Hello everyone, how you guys doing? I remain your girl Fidelia, and I want to believe you're staying safe and staying out of trouble. So today I have come for us to have this amazing topic on how to break free from inferiority complex and of course unlock your true great potentials. Guys, you would agree with me that oftentimes people seem to have this complex issue, most especially in women, most times in families, most times in place of work, or on how we embrace the society. Most time, this complex of a thing has been like a stumbling block to so many of us. But today we are going to look into the basic ways on how to recognize the signs of inferiority complex, and then we would be looking at how to switch it up with self-confidence, right? Because at the end of the day, in this discussion, we need to become more confident of ourselves. We need to accept ourselves. We need to agree to who God has created us to be. And we need to have this self-confidence and build our self-worth to be able to face the world anytime, any day. Guys, I want to start by saying if you are coming across my channel for the first time, please do not forget to hit on the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so that at any time I post a new video, you will be among the first to see it, watch it, and then probably air your own view. So let's proceed to what we have today. Breaking free from inferiority complex. Inferiority complex have done more harm than good, most especially in us, the human. Yes, God created the human being, He created the animals, right? But I will stand to tell you that animals have confidence on themselves more than us, the human beings. I want to look into complex with regards to women, right? Yes, most especially, you would agree with me that this inferiority complex is very, very high in us, the women, more than the men. When it comes to human being, right? God created human being, God created the animal. But I want to tell you that the animals have more confidence in themselves more than the human beings. The animal in the scripture obeys God's command. Let's just take, for instance, in the book of Genesis, when God told Noah to take all his animals, all his household, go into his ark because he was about to destroy the world with water, right? So, what happened? All the animals obeyed this law and command from God, and they went into the ark, and the whole process and the whole storm happened and subsided, and everyone was happy, right? Secondly, also look at when God asked Jonah to go to Nineveh, right? He refused, he didn't want to do it. But what happened? The fish have to obey God's command and swallow Jonah and take him to that very land by fire, by force. This is an example of the animals, which is part of God's creation, obeying God's words and obeying God's command. Now, the confusing thing here is we, the human, we that God created out of his own image and likeness, we are the one looking very similar to God. We definitely have the same exhibition that God has. We are created in God's image and likeness. But then we don't have confidence to who God has created us to be. Take, for instance, in the life of us, the women. I'm not going to look on anything to say the truth because I'm going to spell out this truth and say it the way it is. God created the woman. He gave us beautiful body. He gave us beautiful lashes. God gave us beautiful boobs. He gave us beautiful backside and all that. I can count on, right? But most times you would see that we are not confident of what God has given us. Imagine all the beautiful assets, physical asset God has given us as women. I'm not an exception because I'm also guilty of what I'm saying, right? Imagine all the beautiful things God has given us. We do not have confidence. in them. We are so uncomfortable to who God has made us to be. And that is why we have to go as long as to carve our eyebrow, to fix the lashes, to, tune our colors, bleach up our skin. And what's come to us to go start fixing the boobs and the backside. I don't know who did this to us, but I, for one, I know BBS got nothing on me because I'm not interested in such lifestyle, right? But what I'm saying is that why is it that we do not have confidence to what God has given us? And this is actually increasing on a daily basis. You will see women because they do not have self-confidence, they want to go fix up their body, they want to go do a whole lot of things. They don't even have that cash, right? But they can go a borrowing just to go do their body. And I tell you, I for one, I think we are actually telling God that what He did was not good enough. We are actually telling God that the way He created us is not good enough. We are actually telling God that He even made a mistake creating us to who we are. And this very thing that I'm telling you is on the increase that every woman wants to do their body. They want to refix their body. They want to try to be a different person from who they used to be. Yes, you can try to put yourself together. There is nothing bad doing it. But trying to go under the knife just to get all those stuff done, man, I think it's way too much. If you ask me, I think it's all telling God that, hey, I do not like how you created me, and I do not like who you have created me to be. I want to recreate myself. That is the way I look at it. So let's look at the aspect of men, right? Men also have inferiority complex, but their percentage is very low. Yes. Why I say that is most times men are always just okay the way God created them, aside from what is happening and going on in this time and in this era, which I'm also going to mention. But before them, the aspect of inferiority complex when it comes to men, and it's also somehow related in a family setting, is that most times you see men, maybe in a family setting, they live as a family, they are working, or if they are into business and their wife is working, right? Or maybe the wife is making more income more than them, right? Most men would have this complex issue. Most men will feel this inferiority complex towards their women. They will think because the woman is making more than them, for that, they are losing their male self esteem. Most especially when the woman keep improving, keep moving from one level to the other, and keep becoming someone big in the society. Most times, men do not have confidence around things like that. Most times, you would notice that men have this low self esteem when their woman is out there in the society, being known and probably being someone big in the society, whereas they are not, the one in that very position. Most times you see complex setting in men. It happens. It happens, right? And in other aspect of it, but the percentage of inferiority complex from women to men is very high. It's very high. So guys, the last part of complex issue that I've noticed in human as part of God creation is often you would notice that in this recent world, a whole lot of things is changing. You see men wanting to be women. You see men wanting to be women. And you even see women wanting to be men. All in the name of, probably having affection with their fellow same gender kind of thing, right? And most times people want to avoid this very topic. I am also not dipping into it, but what I'm saying is I see no reason why God created you as a man and you said, no, I don't want who you created me to be. I want to switch myself to the opposite gender. That is where I feel more better. That is who I want to become. I don't want to be a man because you created me to be a man. I want to become a woman. Honestly, if you want to look at this in every angle, animals are more sensible when it comes to obeying God's commandment. Yes, because an animal, be it a bird, be it a lizard, be it any reptile, even the smallest ant, they are able to identify their female gender and their male gender. And when they, for any reason, want to collide and probably, you know, be together, they go to their opposite sex. Now, we, the ones God created in His own image and likeness, is turning the world upside down. And this keeps getting me crazy. When I kind of think of it, when I look at it, I really do not know how to want to have this conversation, because for me sometimes it's very irritating to have that conversation, if you ask me. But I want to say, in terms of human being, in terms of creation, in terms of God doing His due diligence to create us as part of His creation, I don't want to agree with people that says that God created them in the wrong way, because I know God has done His best. I know He did His due diligence to create us very good and perfect. And I do not know what the devil has going on, but I know that the devil is pushing a narrative, changing the whole scenario, changing the whole thing God have created, trying to make it look upside down, trying to make a man believe that he is not good as a man, he want to be a woman, trying to make the world become something else. And you see people becoming comfortable in the wrong things. I really do not know how best to explain this. But if you ask me, the animals are still acting normal to God's command, to God's laws, more than we, the human being. I want to leave it at this. Now, let's look at inferiority complex in the aspect of facing the world. Most times, guys, you would notice that we have issue trying to be the best version of ourselves. We have issue trying to become who God has created us to be. We have issue trying to face the world at large. Maybe because we think, hi, for some reason, I have this phobia that I do not want to face crowd. I have this phobia that I cannot fit in this place of work. I have this phobia because at any time I come in where I think these people are a bit, better than me, maybe in financial aspect or any other aspect of life. I have this complex that I do not think I belong here, or I do not think I can fit in here. Let me tell you one thing. If you want people to value you, if you want people to place value on yourself, it starts from self-love. It starts from you valuing yourself. It starts from you placing yourself as someone important in the society. It starts from you telling yourself that I can do that which my inner mind is somehow telling me that I cannot do. It has to start from you. It has to start from within. Even when you think you cannot do it, I know that most times fear go before us, right? But I want to let you know that fear is a waste of creative energy. The more you allow it to take over you, the more it dwells in you. The more you give room to it, the more it overtakes you. You will learn how to fight those fears, those thoughts, those complex thoughts. You will definitely learn how to fight it. Not everyone was born with confidence, yes. But most times you see people build themselves in having this self-confidence, build themselves in facing the world at large, build themselves to saying, hey, I would be the best version of myself. No matter what comes my way, no matter the ups and downs, no matter the storm, I will keep moving, I will keep hitting my target, and I will definitely get where God has projected for me to be. That is the spirit, guys. That is absolutely the spirit. I want to let you know that complex or having a complex issue can really tear you down if you do not fight it. So you want to start by thinking on how to build your self-confidence, switch over those inferiority complex with self-confidence. You can do it because I believe so. I want to let you know that you were never created to live in the shadow of others. You are created to be unique. You are created to be wonderful. You are created to be very powerful. And I want you to use those assets that God has given you as a person to build your self confidence and become the best version of yourself. You have to unlock those great potential that God has put in you by first start from believing in yourself. Start from accepting who God has created you to be and start from making some daily habit changes that will change your life. So guys, I would like to wrap this up here today, but I want to leave you with this word. Try to fight that inferiority complex if you have one. Try to be confident in who God has created you to be. Try to accept yourself and do not wait for validation from people. Always tell yourself that you are the best that your generation would have, and you will be the best version of yourself. Always set yourself on a very high self esteem and do not let anyone tell you otherwise. Always believe and tell yourself that you are very unique, you are powerful, and you are created in God's image and likeness. Love yourself because for you to be able to fight inferiority complex, it definitely starts with self-love. And when you build this self-love within yourself, you would become the best version of yourself. In one way or the other, if you believe that this discussion, of course, have a connection to you and you definitely would want to make some great change in this week, I would like you to drop it in the comment section by telling me on how this topic has affected you positively and how you are going to make some changes in your individual lives. I love you guys, and until I come your way next time, I remain your girl D for Delia. Remain blessed and stay safe. Bye bye.